What's up, everybody? Leaf here, and today is my most hype moment since TETSUYA first released on the PSP in I think 2008. Final Fantasy VI's leading man is finally here. I don't know what else I can say. I'm super ecstatic. I do want to say that I actually did record a live reaction video, but OBS actually froze a couple of times during it, and actually the main section that it froze was the actual reaction, like the video was moving before and after that, so that really sucks that I don't have that to show to you guys, because I was pretty hyped about everything. But I'm going to let you bask in the beauty of the trailer, and then I'll get into everything I really have to say about it.
Treasure Hunter の出番だろ。守備は上々ってね。泥棒？トレジャーハンターと言ってくれ。
So I just want to give you guys a quick rundown on Locke because I do have his moveset video coming up later. So obviously he's a speed type and he's got a lot of unique stuff going on. So I think what I should start with is his special ability. They've actually given him a backstab function, and it basically works as such. If you attack someone and they are locked onto you, he does normal speed tier damage. However, if you attack someone who is not locked onto you, he does Vanguard tier damage. So, to put into perspective, his neutral attack, if you are locked onto him, does damage in the low 400s. If you are not locked onto him, it does damage in the low to mid 500s. So that's pretty significant. And it also changes his EX skill from Steel to Mug. And when it's Steel, you can get a potion or an ether, which will raise your Brave or HP by some negligible amount. And otherwise, it'll give you one of 3 items that I'll go over when we get to his moveset video a little bit later. But for now, I got some images of his alternates and things like that. This is his standard Amano artwork. Amano actually colored him in a few different ways. I think this is representative of all of them. I don't know if the white pants was an original Amano art, but this is one thing I'm actually disappointed about, was that they didn't use his FFBE, Brave Exvius, and kind of mesh the Amano and the sprite arts. But in any case, we did also get his sprite art, which looks a little rough at first, but so does Terra's. And it actually has grown on me quite a bit. I'm going to have to use that Alt-C because that gives him the green hair that he actually has in his sprite in the original Final Fantasy VI. So, you know, that's the way I gotta go. You can see some of his other dagger weapons here. And I was a little disappointed that he didn't have the chakrams and boomerangs as part of his weapon sets, because you see him use them in his attacks. But I guess he'll just always use the basic moonring blade. And they made his different weapons, the knives. Someone had read it to me, but the main one you need to know is that the 4th knife is the Valiant knife, so unlike my moveset video, if you saw it, he won't have that as an HP. And if you haven't checked out my moveset video, you should definitely go do that. I've got, you know, his official and his real moveset video coming up, so I can go through all of that stuff with you right now. Alright, so, you know, they replay the moves twice, so I'll have a little bit of time to talk about it. So his neutral ground is going to be your standard fare, just, you know, hit you 3 times, knock you away. Pretty short range, he is an assassin type. there's not too much to see. But this is one of those moves where you can see the damage normally is like 108, 108, or 96, 96, and I think when he is doing backstab, it's like 124, 124. There's his forward ground that does wall rush. You saw that in the trailer, and that's a pretty nice disjoint. I always love my disjoint attacks. And that is his ground dash attack. And you'll notice that they skipped his backwards ground. He does not have backwards ground and aerial attacks. But in any case, his ground dash is a great anti-air and a great setup tool. Very reminiscent of Zidane's scoop art. There you go again with the neutral aerial, just being the aerial version of the ground neutral. So when we get to his EX skill, you'll see that I think the devs kind of see the trade-off of what his EX skill can do as being worth him not having a backwards set of attacks. There he's got a crossover attack like Warrior of Lights. It's much faster than Warrior of Lights. You can cancel it much quicker, and I assume though that it doesn't have quite the knockback that Warrior of Lights does, of course. And now you've got his dash attack, which is what I assume will be his kind of keep through spells attack. And what's interesting about this aerial dash attack is that he can actually wall rush confirm off of it. I don't think there's any other dash attack in the game where you can confirm a wall rush off of it. Here we have Mirager, or in recent translations, Mirage Dive is his first HP attack. It's very nice, there's a lot of combo damage. It's got a decent range, and it's got a lot of verticality. They did a demonstration, and I saw him hit someone who was basically directly below him with it, so that's pretty impressive in my book. And there you have Steel. So, when you're not looking at them, Steel will become Mug, and the thing about Steel is that you can hit them and then go straight into your neutral combo, so it's a combo extender, and there's the potion and the ether going off. And the thing about Mug being a combo extender, it's also a gap closer. It goes about as far as Soul of Chaos on Garland. So it's really a really amazing move when you see it in action. And as soon as people start playing him, I'll be able to get some of those videos for you and do a breakdown. So you saw that he stole from someone who was not looking at him, and it gave him an item that gives him an attack that is much like Quick Hit in Army of One, and that's a pretty big deal. It's pretty impressive. And now you've got one of his other attacks, Triple Spells. He gets that from an item called the Soul of Tomasa. He gets the combo from the Master Scroll, and the final item that he can pick up is the Thief's Gloves, which basically give him a buff. They give him his Vanguard tier damage all the time. I assume that's like a 10 to 20 second buff. So the combination of Locke being a speed character that can do heavy tier damage and having access to the Soul of Tomasa triple spell and the Master Scroll combo attack that's like Army of One or Quick Hit is really potent. And a lot of people think that his EX skill's high cooldown time is 30 seconds. It's a long cooldown, and the fact that you don't get the good items unless you steal from someone who's not locked onto you, they don't think that's worth the liability of not having attacks on his backward moves. But I trust the devs. I think they play tested it, and it's probably a lot more powerful than people are giving it credit for right off the jump. So I'm pretty happy with him overall. There was an HP attack that you saw in the trailer where he dipped down and then came back up and attacked, and I'm excited to see his final 2 HP attacks. He's got a lot going for him. That ground dash, that's going to hurt people's feelings, especially shoots that are floating around. It's just going to get up under them and set them up. His dash attack, being able to wall rush combo, that's a new thing as well. And then you gotta realize that if he puts on this attack that gives him buffs and like you pop Mighty Strikes, he's a speed vanguard. He's a speed character running around with 3 jumps, quick dash startup, and attacks that come out quickly, but he's doing heavy damage. I mean, if him and Warrior of Light are staring each other down and they both use crossover, Locke is going to win because his active frames his attack will go active before Warrior of Light's crossover goes active. It's a big deal. People are sleeping on him, and I'm ready to come out and bust heads, to be honest. So this next month can't go by fast enough. So I hope to see you guys playing him when you can, and I think I'm just going to take him straight to Crystal A. Until next time.